Hi everybody, Coach Amanda here with the Badass Lady Gang. Welcome to Getting Started with Strength. Today we're going to review the glute bridge. I love the glute bridge because it helps to set up the mind to body connection before we stand up and do more functional motions. For this, we're going to start lying down onto the back. Bend your knees and root down through the soles of your feet. Take your hands to your hips and start to rock the pelvis forward and back. We're doing this so that you get a sense of where your pelvis is in space. We're building awareness right now. Next, I want you to find a spot that feels somewhere in between, so it feels, for lack of better words, neutral, right? Next, I want you to bring your hands up to your ribs and bring your awareness to where the rib cage is in space. Is it lifting up and flaring out? Are you really tucked under? I want you to find a spot that is also somewhere in between. Ideally, the rib cage will align right over the pelvis, and we can take really nice, deep breaths here. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling that core come under control. Okay, next, make sure that the feet are parallel on the ground. Make sure the feet are about hip width. Keep your pelvis and your ribs in that neutral position, and then root through your heels. As you root through your heels, start to lift your pelvis up. As you lift your pelvis up, I want you to see if you can squeeze your glutes at the top and then lower back down. Sometimes people lower down and they start to arch their back. I want you to try to keep that pelvis more in that neutral position. Let's try it a couple more times. Rooting down through the heels, lifting up, seeing if you can get your glute to squeeze at the top, and then lower back down. You'll find if a lot of weight is in the balls of your feet, you might get more of the hamstrings to turn on. If you're looking to get more of a glute activation, see if you can shift more of the weight into the heels. Very good. Here's another way that you can progress this. Root down through the right leg and draw the left knee in. Drawing the left knee in is a great way to help position your pelvis. Root down through your right heel and then lift your pelvis up. You'll feel more of an activation on that right side. We'll do that a couple more times. Okay, great. Now let's try the left. Left foot lowers down, right knee comes in. You'll press down through that left heel and then lift everything up, and then maybe you'll get that left glute to turn on here on this side and then lower down. Great. After you've been practicing this for a while, you find that maybe you need to progress it. Here are a couple of ways to progress it. I have a stool here at home, but a couple of yoga blocks will also work. I have cork yoga blocks, so they're super steady. Maybe even, like a small platform, anything you have could help. We're gonna elevate the feet here. So come back down onto your back, take your feet up onto your platform, and elevating the feet will help to progress this. So rooting down through the heels, lift your pelvis up and see if you can get the glutes to squeeze at the top, and then lower back down. Let's try that a couple more times. Lifting up, seeing if you can get those glutes to turn on, squeezing at the top, and then lower back down. Okay, now we can do it with one leg. You can draw the left knee in, root through that heel, lift everything up, see if you can get that glute to turn on at the top, and then lower back down. Let's try that one more time together. Pressing through the heel, lifting up, and then lowering back down. Let's do the other side. Left foot roots, and then we lift up. You can see I'm rooting down through my heel, and that's helping to get that glute to turn on, lifting up, and then lowering back down. If you want more of a progression, sometimes people put weights, they put a plate on their, a weighted plate on their hips, or some dumbbells on their hips, and then they can lift and progress from there. Another great way to progress is by using a stretchy band. With your stretchy band, you'll lift it up and you'll put it over the knees. And this is a black band, so it's pretty intense. But because the glute muscles adduct or take things out to the sides, you can put resistance along the band and you can start to feel your glutes turn on even more. This is great for people who have been told, you're not activating your glutes, or your hamstrings are firing first, or, a PT has told you that and you're like, I can't get my glutes to turn on. This is a great way to help them turn on. Okay, so rooting down through your heels, you can press the stretchy band out to the sides. I can already feel my glutes turning on, and then you lift everything up. And then lower back down. Let's try it a couple more times. Rooting through the heels, lifting everything up. And lower back down one more time, pressing through the heels, lifting up. Ooh, I feel my glute turning on, my glutes turning on. And then lower back down. Okay, very good. So that is one way to strengthen your glutes. That is one way to set up the mind to body connection with the glutes. Super powerful muscles for running. If you have any questions, please make a comment below or send us a DM.